What is the question everyone is asking? Maybe not out loud, but quietly inside. I think everybody asks this question. And the question everyone's asking, I think, is one of the most simple yet most complex questions one can ask. But it's also the most powerful question you can ask yourself. And the question is, who am I? Not your name, not your title, not what you do, but who are you at your core, at your essence? Who are you? Most people never actually answer this question, let alone ask it. And that's why they stay stuck, why it's hard. You can't be afraid to discover who you are. The only way to truly discover that is by not being afraid to discover the fears itself. You have to go through the darkness to find light. Why I can answer it is because I've done the work. I've already been there. I've done it. I've lived it. I've walked through it. I know what it's like to be in the depression. I know what it's like to come out of it. I know what it's like to feel lost. I know what it's like to feel abandoned. I know what it's like to have love, to lose identity. I know what it's like. And I also know what it's like to come out of it. To wake up one day and realize, I do want to know who I am. To face the truth. To know that I can figure it out. It's tough. It's tough to hear, and it's even tougher to do. But it's worth every moment and every tear that comes from that inner discovery. That's when everything changes. I healed myself through years of breaking down walls, beliefs that didn't serve me, barriers I had built up to protect myself, habits that kept me stuck, hatred towards myself that I had to transform. Every book I read, every conversation I had, every moment of awareness, it added to my understanding of why I actually do love who I am. When I discovered internal awareness, when I found the true authentic power that lies within myself, that's when I began to see the light. I began to see who I am and who I want to be, how powerful I am to create that, and how powerful everybody is to create anything they want. And I did it. Is it easy? No. It takes real strength. It takes courage and willingness, a desire and a passion to want to find it, but it's worth it. If you're not prepared, though, to go down to the deepest, darkest secrets of yourself, the parts that you probably dislike, the parts that you're ashamed of, or the parts that you're even unaware of, that you're going to find out, you will not be able to truly answer this question. So I asked myself that question quite a while ago, and I said, who am I? And it's so cool you get glimpses of what that answer could be along the way. But it's really amazing when you finally are aware of the answer. And you're so sure of it that you know it. It just is in resonance. You don't even question it anymore. The answer that came to me, because I remember it very clearly, when I asked myself, who am I? And the answer that I said to myself, that I heard myself saying, was, I am authentically and empathetically confident. That's who I am. I'm not really sure what kind of answer you were expecting. It might not even be the answer that you were expecting me to say. It's only because we've been conditioned to think differently when defining who or what something is. And it's not ego, it's not arrogance, it's a knowing of who I am at my core. That's understanding my power, and it's recognizing my truth. And because of those traits, authenticity and empathetic confidence, I thrive in every part of my life. It's applicable to every part of my life. It makes everything in my life shine. I know what it's like to love life and to look forward to every minute. I know what it's like to feel genuine gratitude. I know what it's like to love yourself completely, so much that you can look in the mirror and say, I love you, with no ego. I know what it's like to put myself first, and I know that by doing that, I can give my best to everything and everyone else. That's the paradox, but it's also the power. The polar opposites are actually the same thing. Pull and let go at the same time. Call it in and release it simultaneously. Most people think these are contradictions, but they're not. They're actually alignment. Think about this. Think about water and fire. Most people say those are opposites, right? Water extinguishes fire, fire evaporates water. But what if they sat together in perfect harmony? What if in your mind you envisioned water and fire sitting with each other in harmony? They wouldn't lose their natural states. Water would be water, fire would be fire. But instead of destroying each other, they would fuel each other. They would create balance. They would thrive together. That's what real alignment looks like. That's what you need to put into your mind, into your imagination. It's what real partnership is. It's not losing yourself, but it's existing in harmony where both thrive. Here's how it works. First, you know your own inner work. You have to build yourself up. You have to become who you're meant to be. You need to do the inner work. Then you need to heal from it, grow. You need to discover more, remain consistent in your knowledge and your research about mindset growth. Then you call it in. You set the intention. You create the pull through your energy. You radiate the frequency of what you want. Then, and this is very crucial, you have to let it go. You release the attachment. You stop forcing it. You stop trying to control the outcome, or stop trying to paint the whole picture as if your physical mind could even conceive what extraordinary on those levels could even look like. But then, in that release, in that allowing, it will come to you. Because when you stop forcing, you stop repelling it. If you're pulling, you're not allowing. If you're trying to force resonance, you're creating resistance. The moment you let go, truly let go, is the moment the right energy can come in. That's the shift. You stop forcing and you start allowing. And here's what's even more magnificent, and what you always need to be aware of and should never forget. It all comes from within you. Nobody's doing the work but you. Nobody's giving you a secret drink. Nobody's handing you the answer. You're allowing it to happen. You're creating the space. You're doing the work. And then the answers come from within you. And when I say it is you. The it is you. It's always been you. You just have to remember it and just restart the engines. Nobody can give you the answer. No coach, no mentor, no book, no secret. They can only create the space for you to find what's already inside you. The raw energy you're feeling right now, that's you recognizing yourself. That's you knowing that you have everything you need. That's the real confidence. But the knowing that the answer's already in you. That's what I teach and what I love. What I truly do love to do means so much to me. Not here's the answer. Here's how to access the answers that are already inside you. That's why people connect with me. That's why this video and others can be powerful if you allow yourself to allow it to be. Because I'm not giving you something external. I'm helping you find what's already there. You know, I remember years ago, I was watching a Bob Proctor interview. And in the interview, he asks the question, who am I? And the host says, I think he says something like, well, you're Bob Proctor. And Bob says something like, no, that's my name. That's not who I am. And he goes on and on. It's an amazing interview. If you ever want to look up that interview. And I thought about that question for years and tried to answer it, and I couldn't authentically answer it. But one day, in the middle of just processing life and work, and in the middle of building my future and just being grateful on a meditation walk, I was able to finally answer it. And that's when it came to me that I'm authentically and empathetically confident. It's not a name. It's not my role. It's not a title. It's who I am at the core. And then the fact that I remembered Bob Proctor's question in that moment that I asked it was no coincidence. That's my consciousness connecting the past to the present. It's years of work coming together in a moment. It's not a quick fix, but it is a real journey. That's why the answer was so powerful when I received it. You want to know how I know this works? Because I just proved it. I felt the pain. I chose to move. I let go of the outcome. I allowed the space, and the answers came from within me. It's not luck. It's just me accessing what I already know. I pulled myself out. I allowed it to let go. I allowed the energy to do its work. I was intentional about the walk, but the rest took its place. And in minutes, at that time anyway, it was literally minutes, and this answer came to me. And I didn't force it. But I trusted myself. I wasn't doubting or overthinking. I was just allowing. That's the frequency you need to operate from. That's the energy that attracts everything you want. Now you need to discover what it is or who it is you are. So ask yourself, who am I? Don't be afraid of what you hear. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of what you might find in the darkness, because the light's on the other side. Do the work. Break down the walls. Face the fears. Discover who you actually are from within yourself. Think about the life you're building. Think about who you're becoming or want to become. Think about what it feels like to be fully alive, fully present, fully you. That's the frequency that attracts the right person. That's the frequency that attracts everything you want. And when you do, when you live in the present moment and you can create this vision alive in your mind, when you finally answer that question of confidence, everything changes. Your life literally will change. Relationships change, energy changes, your power changes, because you finally know who you are. You just begin radiating a new frequency of energy to the world. It's not from fear, doubt, resistance, or bad habit. You've changed who you are, and you've also answered a question at the same time. So ask yourself, who am I? The answer is within you. It's always been there. You just have to be brave enough to find it. You just have to be willing to go through it. You have to trust yourself enough to let the answer come from within. And when you do, you'll feel it. You will feel that raw energy, and you will know it. You will know it to the core. That, oh, it was inside me the whole time. That's your frequency and your power, alive in the present moment. That's who you are. When you get it, hold on to it. Own it, embrace it, love it, and be grateful for it. You can find it. Not only am I sure of it, I know it. I know it. So thank you for being here today. Please visit mindprepacademy.com to learn more. Please like and subscribe. Other than that, thank you for being here. I'm very grateful for everything. And be grateful for everything as well, and enjoy the day. Take care. Bye.